The Hilltop Glove Podcast is sponsored by Mid-Carolina Service Company.
Mid-Carolina Service Company is the first name to search for your residential or commercial HVAC needs in Lexington and surrounding areas.
Just go holler at Jason and Clint. They'll hook you up on the air conditioners, on the restaurant equipment, refrigerators, refrigeration, ice machine repair. They've been doing this for years. I know them cats forever.
Family owned and operated since 2006, they pride themselves in their quality work and customer relationships. Call 803-356-4153 or visit midcarolinaserviceco.com for a no obligation quote for service today. This episode of Hilltop Glove Podcast is proudly sponsored by Your Dollar Store, located at 3017 Farrell Road in Columbia, South Carolina. Owned by Brian Thomas, Your Dollar Store has been serving the community since June 2021 with a mission to provide fresh produce and essential household items to neighborhoods in need, serving areas like Booker, Washington Heights, and other nearby locations affected by grocery store closures. Your Dollar Store is a convenient one-stop shop for those seeking healthier food options and affordable essentials. Support a local business that's dedicated to giving back. Your Dollar Store, where you can shop, chat, and leave with a smile.
The Hilltop Glove Podcast is sponsored by True Brilliance Entertainment.
True Brilliance is a production, promotions, and management company dedicated to connecting artists and producers across the Carolinas to music industry professionals.
Several of their clients have placements both domestic and internationally as a result of their services.
Are you an artist or producer looking to build meaningful relationships within the music industry? Then True Brilliance is for you. Check them out at paramilitary.com. That's spelled P-A-I-R-A military.com.
Welcome to the Hilltop Glove Podcast.
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 The Hilltop Glove Podcast.
Welcome to the Hilltop Glove Podcast. Today we're excited to introduce an extraordinary mother-daughter duo from Irmo, South Carolina. Go ahead, clap it up. Tyra Jefferson and her mother, Wylondria Jefferson. After participating in 2 Food Network competitions at the age of 11, Tyra became an accomplished entrepreneur, the owner/CEO of Tyra's Big World of Flavor. She's also a published author, a motivational speaker, and student at Fayetteville State University. Shout it out. Her journey is a testament to her passion for cooking, creativity, and dedication to inspiring others, whether through her cookbooks, podcasts, or artistic projects. And joining her today is her mother, Wylondria Jefferson, Tyra's mother and manager, who not only supports Tyra's endeavors, but is also carving out her own path with her platform, Why Not?, where she shares real-life stories, advice, and discussions on various topics. Together, they balance the challenges of entrepreneurship, creative growth, and the powerful bond of family. Today, we'll dive into their unique experiences, the joys and obstacles of building a brand at a young age, the role of social media, and the lessons they've learned from working so closely as mother and daughter. Let's get started and hear from their inspiring story.
How are you guys doing today?
Great. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here.
Man, I will tell you, just to start off, we're going to get right into it, but if you all could just give us a quick heads up about, we told you who you all are, and I know we're going to jump into Tyra, but explain, coming from Irmo, were you always in Irmo? How did you get here, and how did you end up doing what it is that you all do?
Well, I'm originally from a really, really small town, Timminsville, South Carolina. Got to shout them out.
Timminsville.
Yeah, didn't have a stoplight when I was growing up. We got one now. But I'm from Timminsville, and after I went to Benedict College, and after graduating Benedict College, I pretty much stayed here.
Okay.
So started off in Irmo, and I was in Irmo forever. Tyra came along, and we just continued to live in Irmo and just been enjoying life and each other, because Just me and her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We're here.
Good. Excellent. So obviously you've been in Irmo.
I've been in Irmo my
born
whole
and
life.
raised.
But I mean, she's from Timminsville. Our family's in Timminsville, my grandma and granddaddy. So every summer I would go stay with my grandma and granddaddy. That's also kind of what taught me cooking, because my mom, she would let me help out in the kitchen, but she would say, "You're not wasting no food in my house." But my grandma and granddaddy would let me go over there and experiment, like make some stuff. Like me and my granddaddy was frying chicken once, like the first time frying chicken. We ain't never fried chicken before. It didn't turn out right.
You said we?
Yeah, me and my granddaddy. It was our first time. But that's like what got me going, learning how to do it. But yeah, I've been in Irmo my whole life. I went to Irmo High School, graduated from there, and
you the enemy. State. I went to Lexington. You know we don't like y'all.
Yeah,
we don't like y'all. Yeah, we nemesis, especially football. I play football too. Oh my Lord, y'all was dirty. Y'all still are dirty.
Really?
But it's all right. It's all right. Oh man, but I digress. Just jumping into the first question. Of course, what's really cool and interesting about you is that you're a young entrepreneur. You're in the world of food and bev, and so you're balancing the roles as chef, author, and a student at Fayetteville State University. And so I know a lot of the folks that listen to our podcast, we aim towards millennials, young millennials, et cetera, and those people who want to get into certain careers or have certain aspirations, or just wondering, how do people do what they do? What drives your passion and keeps you motivated to take on so many creative pursuits at such a young age?
What drives my passion, when I, like with my business, Tyra's Big World of Flavor, my motto was always, flavor isn't just what it tastes like. It's the ingredients that are added that makes an amazing dish. So basically, if you got a pot of soup, the flavor, the soup, is good.
Yeah.
But if you don't add, any salt, no pepper, that's fine. But if you want to add a little Cajun seasoning, some Texas Pete, something else, all the flavors included into it makes the soup stand out, and people be like, this is the soup that I want to eat. Mm-hmm. So that's always been my motto, is that adding your flavor to everything makes it amazing. So my business, I wanted to add all of my flavors. So my flavors would be me cooking, being an author. I do art, everything like that.
Yeah.
So,
creative.
Right?
Yeah. So with my business, I never wanted to just limit myself to just being a chef or just being an artist. I always wanted to add my flavors in. So that's why I named it Tyra's Big World of Flavor.
Tyra's Big World of Flavor.
And you see, that sounds like a lot.
Yes.
It actually was a lot. Because the good thing is she was creative. And as a parent, when you see your child has a passion for something, it's good to support it.
Yeah.
Don't push them into it. Go with the child, and then they're doing something they want to do. They're not doing it because you're telling them to do it. So it's a difference, especially with this age group of kids. If you tell them, they're not going to want to do it.
They want to do the exact opposite.
Way,
Yeah. So unfortunately, as a parent, she can't ride a bicycle. Not because I didn't buy them. She just didn't want to.
Wait, you don't ride bicycle?
No.
Do I need to?
You know what? Since you put it that way, you're right. You don't need to.
I bought the athletic stuff. That's something she never wanted to do. I always saw how artsy she was, so that's what I focused on, because my background is education. So when you see it in a child, you pull it out at the child. So she came up with the idea of cooking. Let her cook. She came up with the idea of drawing, bought canvases, let her draw. She came up with the idea of digital stuff, bought the iPad. Came up with the idea of customizing shoes, bought the paint. So it's like the things that she want to do, for a business, her business is basically selling herself.
Yes. Yeah.
And then she want to create seasonings and barbecue sauces, had to get the supplies for that. But she has to create for herself, so she entered into competition after competition, and she was winning competition after competition. Even in 8th grade, out of 41 high school students at the Yes Carolina competition of business, just like Shark Tank, she was the only 8th grade out of 41 high schoolers, and she won first prize.
Wow.
So the good thing, the blessing to that is I've been traveling a lot for free. You know, so
By supporting her.
So we got a free trip to New York.
Yeah.
Went on Broadway. Saw movies on Broadway. She's taken me when she cooked. We was in Hollywood, California for 3 weeks. Then they called her back for.
Let me get your autograph right now.
I'm on the scenes with How to Get Away with Murder staff.
What?
Yes.
I love that show.
Yeah, I did too. When I saw them too. Yeah. So then they called her back, and then we was in Malibu, California for a week.
You need an intern?
Yeah.
So you do catering, like?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's how we met a lot of celebrities. So you know, she's
awesome.
cooked for Donna Lawrence, Mars Standard Time, Sheila E. Yeah, all the celebrity football players.
What?
Do you know more? Do you know the
go ahead and
music?
quiz her.
You really know it.
Quiz her. Yes, she does.
I've been around my grandma, my granddad, my mom, my whole life.
So you knew who you were cooking for?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's dope.
She got an old soul out there.
Yeah.
She put me to shame, and I'm up. She put me to shame.
So I have a question. Okay, what's a seasoning that's one of your favorites that a lot of people don't use?
I just when I was doing my seasonings, it was, I wanted to do a garlic parm seasoning, but the one that everyone would get was my lemon herb seasoning, because that one, you could use that on chicken, fish, vegetables, everything. So it has like the zesty, but the herbs just kind of bring it all together. I would love using it on like salmon or like... Yeah, so that's the one that they love the most, and I think that's probably my favorite one to make. I do want to launch my seasonings again in a different way, so that's...
So like rebranding it,
Yes.
put it back out. I have to ask this question too, because I know we're talking about all these things you do. How do you do that as a student?
Right.
So,
Because you know there's some, you know that it's hard sometimes for it to bend. Just explain that to the audience.
yeah, so when I was in college, I took a semester off. College, that was, really different.
That's what I wonder, yeah.
Very different. But when I was in college, obviously I couldn't like cater and everything. I was living all the way in North Carolina, dorm room, no kitchen or anything.
Yep.
I was really miserable. Like all I was eating was noodles. I couldn't even I like to cook my noodles on the stove. I had to buy myself like a little pot. But when I was in college, I wasn't doing, I think in college I did honestly, college did change a lot for me, because when I was in college, I wasn't interested in the things that I was interested in before I went to college, because it was something so new. I was in a new state,
culture,
everything like that. So I wasn't drawing, I wasn't cooking. It was just like I was just somewhere else doing something different. But it's like I wasn't just sitting in the dorm room like I told you before. I was doing hair, doing retwists and stuff.
Oh yeah, she told me she was hustling.
Yeah. I had to figure out how to make some money.
Wait, what's your sign?
Taurus.
Okay.
I had to figure out how to make some money, because being a broke college student is real.
No go.
Real.
Yeah.
They don't let you make
out
money.
here.
Yeah.
They account for your hours already outside the classroom, so you got to think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So my business, I did pause when I was in college. I did a few YouTube videos, but I did pause when I was in college because I think I was really just trying to figure myself out, because that was a whole new, high school really does not prepare you for college, and I really thought it was going to. I got there and I was like, oh my God.
But you know what's so crazy? I like that you started the entrepreneurship before college. You see what I'm saying? Most people started after college or, right after high school. So I commend you for that, because that's just crazy within itself, because that means you know yourself. Yeah, you have no direction. You just you don't really know yourself all the way after you're leaving high school. And for you to take a leap of faith to jump into the creative world, oh my gosh, girl.
Yeah. So that's also another reason why I took a break this semester, is because after going to college and I came back home and I was like, okay, I know what college is like. I know who I am. I see how I lost myself. I'm like, okay, let me take a break, get myself together, figure out what I'm doing. Then I could go back and, actually be more prepared this time.
And have a better focus.
Yeah.
Because you know why and what you're trying to extract out of college. I told having to deal with this students, and I used to work at College of Charleston. I used to deal with students in the program. We had to tell them, hey, what are you trying to extract out of here? Because you're paying money into a service, and it's something that you're trying to get something from. So if you don't know what it is, you're going to waste your time and your money. And so especially with somebody like you who has a drive and a passion for something you want to do, that degree and going to college is important only if you really know what it is you're going to get from it. Because like I said, it feels like you're wasting time.
Yeah.
Because you could be out here grinding.
And that's something I also told her with me. When I graduated from Benedict, I started working at Benedict. So I was there for like 22 years. Wow. So I started in admissions. Yeah. So it's like I know the ins and outs of going to college, working with a lot of students because I did admissions, tours, telemarketing, over scholarships, research. So it's like as a parent, which was kind of hard. This is what parents going to deal with. This is what you're going to deal with when you have an entrepreneur and you're a parent, but then you have your own outlook of your profession. So my profession of knowing college was kind of like a struggle for me. Yeah. Because I was trying to guide her before she got there. Oh. But I think she looked at me more as a parent than me as the person who understands what you're going to go through. Like, and I'm preparing you for it. Yeah, so even though, when she went to college and, I'm trying to give her heads up, I'm still a parent giving her a heads up. So she's not receiving it well from the parent side. I can't turn into the other person because I'm still going to be a parent. So in other words, I'm the type of person, how I help my child, I help everybody. Yeah. Of course I give more to my child. However, I think when I started turning that on, it was more my problem because I have to just let go and let her figure it out for herself. So I think she really got more upset that I wasn't upset. So because I understand as a person, they have to figure themselves out. Yeah. And things that we have no control over, leave it alone. Yeah. I have no control over that because she's her own person. And that's what I kept telling her, I probably bought this on myself because it was just me and her. Where I went, she went. Who I know, she know. Yeah. What I learned, she learned.
But look at her.
So it's an attachment.
She aged gracefully. Look at her. She's ahead of her time.
And then I know by her doing all that she did before she even got to college, I said, you can kind of look at it, not the Michael Jackson, but she did a whole bunch.
She did a whole bunch. She had some before the age of 20-something.
Yeah, and I explained that to her so she wouldn't be down, so she wouldn't be hard on herself. You've done a lot that most have not done.
Or thought about.
Right. So it's okay. It's okay. If you feel you don't want to go to college, you don't have to. Just get your plan. Write it out, just like we did with your businesses. We sit down, we write it out, we get our business plan together, and we go for it. Yeah. So what you want to do, I'm here to support. So that's what I always try and drill in her so she'll know I'm not pushing you, this you. I'm just here to support you, but don't shut me out so I can help guide you. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you wrong. It may hurt your feelings because I'm not going to sugarcoat, but I'm going to tell you how you need to hear it because that's the real world. Yeah. You can't sugarcoat nothing nowadays.
It's a tightrope that you're walking on that to make sure you do it right. I think you're doing an excellent job. Yeah. Obviously. And I mean, that leads right into this question about you being a mother and a manager. I know we just talked a little bit about Michael Jackson. I know you ain't out here Joe Jackson in there.
No.
I know you ain't tasting the leather scraps. This is what's so cool about it. And this is a change in the era and a change in how generationally, especially as Black folk, how we raise and guide our children. How do you're talking about navigating that balance between being supportive parent and guiding the professional and her entrepreneurial spirit, making sure she's getting her journey. And I know we were just talking a little bit about this, but just so that they have a little bit more understanding, our audience, what are some of the most rewarding aspects of it? We talked about some of the challenges, what you're talking about now, but what are some most rewarding aspects of that dual role?
The most rewarding part, I think the very first one, well, no, I won't say very first. The most rewarding part is to see how talented she really was. Now, we know our kids, but sometimes we know our kids, but we really don't know our kids. So when they tell you think you know me, we are still learning a little bit because everybody changes. Yeah. So when I saw her do some of the things that she could do, when I saw her wanting to do some of the things that she wanted to do, and she was just not good at it, like basketball, and I had to tell her, no, ma'am. She tried, and I told her, no, ma'am. I will not spend no money on something where somebody out here talking trash to you because you horrible. Because I will be that person talking trash to you because you horrible. And I said, I refuse. I don't like to put, and it bothers me when people put people in situations where you know it's not good and you pumping up their head and it's not happening.
Pump it up.
And I knew she had no athletic bone in her body.
You knew it was, but you were honest with it in yourself.
I was, and I had to let her
Some
know.
parents.
No, I do not want my child to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
I don't want no child to be embarrassed, so be honest with them.
Yeah.
So when I saw what she could do, I just encouraged her. Is that what you want to do? Okay, research it. She was good at researching. Research it.
Where'd you get that? I gotta ask this. Where'd you get the research strength from? Like, how did you know that? All right, this is how I go and find the information I need. Very important, especially for our audience. I want them to understand how you were able to do that.
Well, ever since like I was in elementary school, I've always been like really like I think I'm kind of a nosy person. So like if I wanted to learn something about
I asked, I said, what's your sign?
Yeah,
Taurus know everything by everybody.
Yeah, like if I want to find out something, I'm gonna go look for myself. So like it will be like I'll do like biography projects. Like I would just I was obsessed like learning about Muhammad Ali and just learning about stuff. Like I know I would get sent out in the classroom sometimes. Like it was one time in 2nd grade, my teacher was talking about history and I brought up Emmett Till and she was like, she didn't know who it was. I said, how are you a teacher and you don't know who that is? And then she sent me out the classroom.
Your child. That's
Yeah, she sent me out the classroom for that. Yeah, I would like, I guess I would challenge them because it's like I knew more about the history and it's like I didn't really understand why y'all are history teachers
And don't
one of the
know
things
that I learned too.
about your child.
Yeah, I never been to the office a day in my life until my child was born. Okay, because the thing, she has a big heart.
Okay.
She cares a lot. So therefore, because she cares, she don't know when not to say. So if she see wrong, she's gonna
call it out.
Yeah, and I try and teach. I shoot straight from the hip too.
Yeah.
However, I kind of like mince my words to make it sound more professional. Yeah. So I try to teach her that, but she didn't want to pick it up. So therefore,
she like very blunt and straight to the point.
Yeah,
my type of girl.
Really looking out.
Type of girl.
She's really looking out.
She's looking out. Like, how do you not know who Emmett Till is?
Yeah. So she did that a lot. And I'm like, I can't say she wrong because if you didn't know, you know. However, what she did and how she did it, was that incorrect? Yes, it was. I'll handle that when I get home. So I'm not going to sit here as a parent and know what your child, when I got called, oh, dog, I got to go to the office. So, but, that also showed me her drive. So I kind of like guided her in ways to where she can pull all of that out.
And you didn't punish her for that.
I did punish her for that.
No, but not for being someone to correct an error, but the way in which she did it.
Yes.
The reason why I'm asking that and I'm saying that because I want the audience to listen to that, because with a lot of black folk, I'm not gonna lie, growing up, especially with school, we will be very hard on our children and not listen to their side of the story and punish them immensely for something that a teacher may be in error for.
Yeah.
And I always dislike seeing that.
And see, I always tell her, with me having a background in education, I said, sit down and tell me everything. Because what I'm not going to do is go in here and look like boo-boo the fool to somebody not knowing what's going on. And they tell me something totally different from what you tell me. Yeah, you're going to be in trouble. You may not be in as much trouble if I go in here and find something out different.
Very true.
So that's how I would do it. And I thought, when she was small, punishing her with like homework assignments, research, I just made that's something she loved.
Yeah.
I couldn't just give her math. I couldn't give her math. I couldn't give her problems to solve. She there loving it. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
How can I discipline?
Yes. I should have put out a bicycle. Now you go out there and you ride.
Oh, you ride that?
You ride that bike until the lights come on.
But no, I'm trying to figure out another way. But I'm like, okay, so I see. So I started using every degree I had to try and figure out, okay, how to work with the child where you're not crushing them. And where you're not pushing them down to where they still feel encouraged.
Gotcha.
So that's why I encourage her to write. And then when she started writing, I tried to get her to do journals, but I see that didn't work. She just got to say it out. So therefore, that's when she started the YouTube, and then she came up to me with her own idea for her podcast, which is Push Through Movement.
Okay.
And she told me, she said it was powerful, unique, successful heroes that have risen untouched. That's right. Yes. Yeah. So, and then she said why she wanted to do it, because with her being in a single parent household and not having that father figure in her life, she had to figure out ways to channel the things that she was getting into.
Gotcha.
So that's when she started researching celebrities that grew up in single parent households and how they pushed through.
Oh,
so she
kind
of like say what she went through and then what they went through and kind of like tie it all together and give you a solution. So I, was pushing her to do that because that kind of like released a lot, because we did counseling a couple of times, but I couldn't afford it.
It's expensive.
So therefore I try to channel other ways. So that's when, did the catering, the cooking, the digital. So I was pulling out all the activities that she like to do.
Yes.
So that could kind of like take up time, because if she's not busy, that's when she getting in trouble. Even when she was in school, if your child is in school,
I'm looking at you like that. This is wrong.
If you see that they're doing something in school, maybe what they're learning is not advanced enough. Therefore, you got to figure out another way to channel. So I would tell the teachers, because she never napped. Never, ever napped. So I'm like, have her cleaning up, have her doing papers.
Something.
Well, I can't do that, because I'm telling you, if you don't do it, this is what you're going to get. So when you have a parent, teachers, when you have a parent trying to tell you about their child, listen to them. Not saying take favoritism. They're trying to help you out just like they're trying to help their child out, so you won't have issues. And I was a prime person that would do that and send to the school what they ask you about your child. I told you exactly. If you tell her something,
day one,
and you don't follow through, you're going to have problems. If you say you're going to call me in front of her, pick up the phone and call me.
Do it.
If not, she done figure you out. You done open up the door.
That accountability. She
because she will figure you out. I'm telling you, most kids,
That's a bluff.
most kids
pull your
that
card.
growing up,
They pull your card.
You can't, if they show you who they are, don't talk to them like they babies. Talk to them like they're your age. Because if not, you're going to get lost and they're going to play you. So I think that's why I told her. Told her,
for real,
when she really think I don't know her, I told her the other day, I said, I've seen you from the beginning. You hadn't seen me from the beginning.
So you missing some
You
years.
haven't seen me. I watched you from the beginning to 19 to right now. So although you really think I don't know you, I see you.
And you still so young, accomplished. Oh my gosh, I'm proud.
Yo, that's so dope.
I'm proud.
When you see your child, take your child for what they are. Don't let them. I tell everybody manipulate.
Everybody.
Good and bad. So you just have to know how to read the room, read what's going on, stay 5 steps ahead. And that's what I told her. I will always be ahead, so don't try me. If somebody's asking you the question, that means they already know the answer.
So Tyra, I know social media plays a significant role in building your brand, and it can be kind of difficult for some people. What are some challenges that you face building your brand and using social media to promote it?
I think the challenge with social media is you never know what is going to go viral or what's going to get seen. Like, I could post something one day and they'll get like 50 likes. The next day they'll get like 2 likes, and the audience will be like 100 people watching that one. But it's like you never quite know what people are going to do, or like if they're going to support this or if they're going to like this. So I think that's the challenge, like really not knowing what people want. It's like you can guess what people want. Like if I used to do YouTube videos, people did like seeing my mukbangs more. Like if I did they like those challenges where you're like eating really fast or like eating under the time limit, and I would try to do that, but I'm the type of person, I don't like doing nothing I don't want to do. I would try to do that, but it's just like I had to tell my mom, I was like, I'm done with the mukbangs. I'm done with the mukbangs. I can't do it no more, just because I just didn't want to keep doing that anymore. I know that's what the people like, but it's like I already said I want to do something that I want to do. Eventually, me doing what I want to do on my YouTube channel, eventually it'll get seen. Eventually people will see it. But until then, I just got to keep pushing it out how I want to do it. I do vlogs and stuff like that, or get ready with me's, or spend the day with me, things like that. Just because I like to I don't want to just set up a camera and eat anymore. Like, that's what I used to do. So I just am trying to just change and evolve and everything like that. But the challenge is just really figuring out what people want and staying consistent with it too. That's a challenge.
What's your main platform that you use? Like, what social media platform you use the most?
What I use the most is TikTok.
That's what
Everybody's on TikTok.
I love TikTok.
I mean, so what you gonna do? Aren't they banning TikTok?
What's what I
January 19th.
I just hope that's not. I hope that's not gonna happen. They've been saying that.
Gone.
They've been saying that for like 5 years.
Look, I'm the worst. I'm a TikTok hater. I'm an administrator of the TikTok hate fan club. I want it gone. I need it out of here. I'm tired of getting caught up there watching cat videos. It be messing up my productivity. I ain't gonna lie. I don't need TikTok, but it ain't nothing wrong with it.
Like, I don't love TikTok. I don't know like what to do if TikTok is gone. Like,
you know what you got to do?
I don't know.
You're gonna have to use the other competitors' structure.
And the thing is, the other apps are they're becoming TikTok. Like
exactly.
Instagram, Snapchat, they're becoming
YouTube.
TikTok.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts and all that stuff.
It's just, it really is at the end of the day. I don't know. It's a business issue. It's who's making the money. It's not what you're doing. It's who's controlling it. So right now, the issue why TikTok is not loved is because the people who own the majority of the stake in it aren't the right folks. So you'll still have TikTok-like content, but it's going to be on one of those large, either Google-owned platform or Facebook or Meta-owned platform. Why you saying it like that? You don't like them?
I just want TikTok.
Y'all see? So for all of those who are hating on TikTok, this is the young person telling you. This is what they
That's
like.
all of them going to be.
Keep TikTok because apparently they ain't going to use your
TikTok
stuff.
actually, like, people just think TikTok is just this app that just is just trash. But I learned so much from TikTok.
That's what they like, yo.
Like,
I hear that from everybody.
Especially during like COVID, when everything was going on, TikTok would state so many facts about like Black lives and stuff that went on in the world. I learned more on TikTok than I learned in school. Like,
wow.
I don't even go to Google.
That's real.
I don't go to Google anymore. I go to TikTok.
Oh
search.
my God.
Yeah,
Do you know-
someone showed me the other day. They went to TikTok for travel stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, like,
Do you know what it's
TikTok.
turned into? You remember? All right, so in the Matrix, right? You remember how they would learn stuff? They would just go and download it into their mind?
Yeah.
That's what TikTok has become. You go to TikTok,
wow.
you look something up, and in 30 seconds, 45, even like a 2-minute snippet, boom, it'll get everything that you need. Download it. You get it quick. And plus, you got to imagine, too, with them, the attention span decreasing. No one wants to sit and wait 3 hours for a video. Like, I grew up in that era, I would sit and watch a 3-hour documentary. Mind blown. Take notes.
Not
Take
anymore.
those notes to the Encyclopedia Britannica. Flip through that thing. Confirm the information. Know it's right. Get 2 other 3 sources. Ask my grandmama, is this real? Grandma say, no, Bubba, that's not real. Okay, take that off. And then start back over. Now they doing that.
Yeah,
No.
that's
That
a
ain't
lot.
happening.
That sounds like a lot.
Miss Research.
But also, like, TikTok, they have it now. Like, you got 10-minute videos. Like, I'll be on TikTok some nights. It'll be like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll just keep scrolling. I'll look. It's 5 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God. How long have I been on here? Like,
4 hours. She went into the Twilight
it's
Zone.
like the videos, like, they got 10-minute videos now, and I'll be watching the videos and not realizing how long
If you watch
they
5
are.
or
You're
6 of them,
addicted
it's an
to
hour.
information.
Yeah, and
She's
it's so much
addicted to
information. Like, I remember when the whole Diddy case was going on.
Allegedly.
Oh yeah. When that was going on, it was one night. It was so much videos, so many videos about it, and I just kept watching it. And then I realized what time it was, and then after I watched all of it, I had to turn on like a cartoon or something. I was like,
Mess your mind up. We
was
call
like,
that eye
oh, this
bleach.
scary.
Eye bleach. She had to wash them eyes.
yeah, I was like, oh, this is scary, but
Can I
it
tell you a
was
story?
so
I'll
much.
tell you a funny story since you said that. To get on the date. So when I was little kids, we used to live in Connecticut. My brother Skip, he'll confirm this story. Watch the movie Leprechaun.
That's too scary.
And we were little kids.
No.
After it was over, my Aunt Pearl said, you know what? She already was on this whole concept of eye bleach. She was like, put some cartoons on for them babies so they can go to sleep. And it was necessary because if we hadn't watched cartoons that night, I was not sleeping. I was going to be up with a small knife waiting for some little leprechaun to pop around so I could
That movie
hit
was
him.
scary.
Yeah, so I understand what you're
was
saying. Diddy is as scary as the leprechaun. All right. Okay. And that's not alleged. Right.
Do you guys have any upcoming events coming up or things that we can check out and look for you? Or help promote you?
We don't right now.
But she don't.
Oh.
Preach.
I am in the process of starting my. I'm about to throw her in it too. But I'm in the process of starting my own podcast. Why Not Talk?
Yes.
And she's gonna be doing my intro for that. Yes. So she's going to be doing my intro for that. And it's just a one-woman thing because I know y'all probably saw I love to talk. And like I was saying on my YouTube the other day, you know, the saying back in the day was, you can talk to yourself but don't answer.
Yeah.
I'm like, that can't be true because that's how you resolve your own problems.
You got to answer.
So therefore, you can talk to yourself, you can answer. So that's why it's going to be Why Not Talk, because I can talk to myself and answer. Long as I'm not looking at a movie and I'm answering the questions I have for a movie, then that's a problem. So y'all not going to see that. So that's basically what I'm working on, and I'm helping her rebrand her because she feel Tyra's Big World of Flavor is too immature.
That's what you say. He says too much.
Yeah, like I'm trying to
stand for you regardless.
Yeah.
I think right now, like that's why when you asked me that, I said I don't right now, because ever since college, I've really just been trying to figure stuff out. Like right now, I'm working 2 jobs. I don't have to work 2 jobs, but I'm the type of person, like my mom said, I have to stay busy. Like I have to keep doing something. Like that's why with my business, I would find things and include it in, because I find different things or I discover new things and I want to try it. I want to do it. So like right now, I have a plan. Like I created, like I said, I want to launch more seasonings. I already created like the label, everything. But, you know, I've realized since getting older, things are expensive. Like,
it's not on me no more.
Like, oh my God.
Not on me no more. Because you look
very expensive.
Yeah, I said now, add that up from what, 11 to now. That was all out of my pocket.
And now you got to raise your prices.
So that means,
So like with
to buy material, you got to have catering stuff. You got to have the shirts. You got to have the chef jackets. You got to have the hot boxes.
Yeah.
Now, therefore, we got to have a storage.
Yeah.
To put all that stuff in. When she have an event, we just pull out and we go. So it's like...
Yeah, the seasonings, with that, I just have to get everything so I could start that up. And because what I really want to do, I guess I'll say this on the podcast, what I really want to do with my seasonings, instead of mixing seasonings together, I want to actually create the seasonings, like dehydrate the vegetables and everything like that, make the seasonings from scratch so it's really unique and really me. That's why I'm trying to rebrand to something new. Like I don't just want to come out with the same seasonings I had. Like
you want to really have a new product.
Yeah.
Plus, I know with what you're saying, I know where you're coming from. Since this is your second foray into this, you're trying to get it to the point where it is an elevated item, something that people would buy that you could put in a gourmet shop or something like that. Not to say there's something wrong with it going in a Walmart, nothing like that. But you don't just want it in a Walmart. You want to go into the store, the stores where you buy cheese and crackers from.
Yes.
And people got fine meats and stuff like that. That's, ain't nothing wrong with
even like with the packaging, because when I had it before, it was like these plastic bottles. I want them to be glass bottles.
Okay.
You see that little
I'm trying to have glass bottles.
Turn my head. Don't look over here.
She said that plastic was what we could afford, baby.
Yeah,
that's what it was at.
With that, I'm just waiting right now. You know, it's very expensive, so I have to hold on for a second, but that's coming, and I've just figured out exactly what I'm trying to do. I know I still want to have my business, and doing this podcast right now, like I want to continue mine and maybe change it up and everything, because like she said, my business isn't Tyra's Big World of Flavor anymore. I don't think I've actually created a name yet, but
You'll be the first to know when you get it, right?
Yeah. I haven't created a name yet, but I'm just really just figuring me out, and that's, I think college helped me with that too. College makes you really ask, who am I?
Yes.
College, like I've asked that so much. Like when I came back home, I know like my mom kept asking me, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And I was like, I don't know.
Like, calm down.
Like,
calm
I don't
down.
know.
I just got back.
Yeah, like I just kept saying that because I really did not know. But I know now, like what really just keeps me going is I know I want to be successful in the end. Like that's why I want to continue to do stuff. That's why I want to continue to elevate and do things because I know in the end I want to be successful, because I made a promise to my mom that by the time I'm 25 I'll get her a house. So like if I want to do that
Hey, say that again.
And a car.
if I want to do that, I actually have to
And I have to keep reminding before you know it, you're going to be 25.
Yeah,
and I ain't got my stuff
And I want that Cadillac.
Yeah, we ain't tripping no. We ain't going on trips no more. You know, you're not in the contest. So I had to be traveling in a minute.
So how do you, like, I want you guys to definitely promote your social media and your website
especially
or
your
anything.
YouTubes and stuff. Too,
Yeah.
'cause, like, I was looking at it today. I thought it was very interesting. I thought the joint was dope.
So go ahead
you're
and
very
drop
entertaining.
your YouTube, social media, how you want people to follow you, contact you, find you, not stalk you, but you know.
See, that's her. She'll study you so hard. She really will.
All I need is a first name.
And I try to encourage her.
Everything.
I always tell her that it may come off as you're bragging, but it's not. You're promoting yourself.
Yeah.
I promote her all the time. And a lot of people, you bragging on your child. No, this is something that is very rare for someone from us, to do all the things that she's done. And if you were to see her resume, it is huge
Especially
from the
her
things
age.
that she's done.
Yeah.
So I said, talk about it. And I was watching Mark Cuban. He was talking and he said, when you have a business, a brand, it may come off as bragging, but you're not. You're branding yourself. You're letting people know what you're capable of so you can build in business, bring in business. And that's what I try and tell her. Cause she's just so shy. I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna say it.
What's your sign?
You'll know, Capricorn. So you will know, and I don't just do it for her. The information that I have, and if I see someone doing something, I say, have you ever thought about doing this? Because when I talk with the kids, when they come to my table and visit, when I'm doing a vendor thing, I try and tell them, yes, you want to major in this, but since you're already doing this, you can look at it in an entrepreneur way and have your side hustle and just make it official as well. Because sometimes you're going to want to do things for yourself, pay for it by yourself when no one's telling you, because you know how y'all don't like nobody to tell y'all nothing. But so, you just got to figure that out. So it's just like, I think with her business, she just need to promote it more.
Yeah.
Promote it more. With my YouTube channel, I don't put it out as much. I was doing daily. I was doing daily.
Yeah.
But then it's like, do I really want to do it? But then you get off work, you just want to relax.
Yeah.
So I don't do it
Real
then.
work.
But my YouTube channel is going to be picked back up. Why not? And then I'm going to spin off from that will be my Why Not Talk podcast.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, anyway, we can definitely help you guys because we also produce podcasts and do promotional work. So if you guys want any help, any guidance, we can definitely use an intern, like I was saying. If you want to shadow, but just let us know.
Thank you. My YouTube is Tyra, and it's a semicolon and a parenthesis. Like the little.
Yeah, I was about to ask you. Yeah, it's not the normal. I was about to get lost because I was trying to find it. I was like, is this the right one? So
I don't know why it's not easy to find. Like ever since I changed my name, like it's hard to.
You have to literally go to Tyra's Big World of Flavor, and then you will see Tyra. So that's why I told her you got to search, because she had so many videos where she did collabs with so many big people, but she want to hide all of that because it's.
Well, we can
it's something she's not doing. That's what I try to explain.
Yeah.
Because she's monetized. That's you cutting into your money.
So, but because listen,
you build off of what you build off of how you've grown. That's how you should look at it. People, that's how you should look at it. If you've done something in the past, it was good. You prosper. You grew from it.
Yeah.
Then you continue to grow from your past and use that as a lesson of what you're teaching others. So don't hide it.
Yeah,
I see you're trying to really do a full rebrand.
Yeah, like
so she wants to leave.
I actually don't even like to look at those old videos. Like I don't like to look at
it though. I don't understand.
Mama's in that video.
But I just don't even like to look at them. Like certain, like even with the Food Network show, I don't watch it. Like I can't watch it.
Are you a person? Do you like to hear yourself talk?
Sometimes.
She's probably real critical.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like sometimes, and like seeing those old videos, I had this fade in my head, and I just can't believe I had it in my head.
Cringe?
Like I don't even want to see it.
Is
to
it
me,
cringe?
it is.
It's cringe.
It looked good.
To me,
I did it, and it looked real good.
I don't think I should have had it. So that just
all right, so you gotta get ready to wrap up. I'll bother you about that later. But seriously, we would love to have you as an intern.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about that stuff behind the scenes. But for the Hilltop Glow podcast, we want to thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you guys.
This is DJ and what?
Tamaya.
In the back. Yep. And of course, our esteemed guest,
Tyra.
Wylondria.
And we're so glad to have you all. We will have you back again, obviously, especially once things have rebranded. And we want to hear from you, too.
Might have her cater an event or two.
Yeah, I'm not even going to lie. Seriously, because we do little events with alternate routes. So we'd love to have you come and actually cater some events. But until the next time, please tell somebody next to them that you love them, that you appreciate them, and that you cherish them. Hilltop Glow Podcast signing out. Peace.
The Hilltop Glow Podcast.